All right, it's appears to be blue in this cave. Woo. That's a long way down. A long way down. Back into wolf mode. Gonna fuck up some dudes. How did this basement even end up shaped like this? Did they like carve the rocks to be this quarry-like? Stop right there, criminal scum. Are those tank shells or are those stakes? Because holy crap, those are big. There we go. Inventory full again. And I'm randomly attacking nothing again. A Remington. Got a bunch of reoccurring machine guns and stuff. That's really cool. So many variations. Because that seems like a big old rifle. I might want that. I think those are shells. Shells for what? Excuse me? Alright. You do you, I guess. But what? Generator 2, generator 1. Oh, he's attacking for no reason again. They'll never find me when I do my spooky crouch. His posture is so good when he's doing this. Look at that. It's like he's mocking them for being short. Anyway. That was quite an animation. Hi there. Would you like to hear about my Lord and Savior, Sparkling LaCroix? The Californian vampire's named LaCroix. It's really funny. No, be eaten. Stop it. Let me eat you. It serves multiple purposes, obviously. It keeps my buffs up, so I can just keep maintaining them. But also, it means I get a little bit. It gets some healing out of it too. Which health management's not always easy in this game. So being able to just keep eating dudes certainly helps. You'll never get me with my Trinity dodges. It's just like in the Matrix. Remember this part of the Matrix? I mean, the Matrix would have been improved by werewolves. At least the sequels. Hi there. How you doing? Oh, where you going? Where you going? Where are you going? There he goes. Hey. Oh, he tries. Whoa. I started floating. I don't think I can pick things up in third person. Or at least that wasn't working. The way that he walks like this makes this so funny. Sneak pose is incredible. These items? No. Another zone change. Huh. Uh-oh. You missed.
I knew Johansen would lure the servants of Satan, but I set this trap for the archfiend himself. Where is LaCroix?
I feel like we can't speak at this distance very well. This is a hell of a distance to be yelling at each other. In fact, a movie just parodied this that's in theaters now. Give me Johansen and I'll let you live.
He is under divine protection. If you want him, come take him if you can.
He's as good as mine. I may have only suggested that because of the fact that he was going to definitely not take the bait. Does he have shooting targets for werewolves? And they've got their eyes crossed out like they're already dead, which is just adorable. You guys are adorable. I take down the werewolf. I am top dog. Ah, I can't jump. What? I got stuck. You can't kill me, hopefully. Has he even hit me? Is he just not good at aiming? Oh, stairs look wrong in this game. Cool trick. Cool trick. Okay. Back down the stairs that do this. Line of sight is a bitch, isn't it? Line of sight. I'm messing you up, boyo. Where is he? I heard you reload. Oh. What? Oh, there he is. It would be cool if stuff glowed a different color than the color that everything else is. Like, when you're a werewolf, everything glows red. It's like, check it out, bro. That's where he is on the screen. He turns red. I'm like, great. You turned the whole screen red, though, asshole. It's not exactly the most effective way to find the dude. Okay, this is a problem for me. I'm running out of blood, which means I might have to take some of yours. And you don't really want that. And yet... Oh. Oh, just one more hit. Dang it. Where is he? There he is. Get the boxes between us. Oh, you shot a perfectly nice box. Whoop. Shoot me. Ow. I meant miss, obviously. There we go. Uh-oh. Oof. That's some low blood. Am I in trouble? Am I frenzied right now or something? Hey there. You put up a big ol' fight. Why do you guys all use weeb weapons? Like, if you're the Christian order, why wouldn't you use Crusader-related weapons? Why are you themed to use katanas? Is it because that's just the target demographic of people that are into vampires a little bit? Is people that think katanas are cool? That's a big height difference. Fixed it. I am low on blood. Do I want to spend one of these, though? Oh, I don't have any. I don't have any blood, as it turns out. And that's not great for me. Better go find somebody to eat. Fortunate for me that bosses are impervious to biting. Got that anti-bite skin. New model. Hopefully I don't rescue the hostage and immediately eat him. Yeah, they should have definitely done... I think the way that they usually work is... I think games tend to make staircases a ramp as far as the hitbox goes. Like, I think you usually want to make the 3D model a staircase, but the hitbox a ramp. Because the way my character goes... is, like, definitely not what most games want. Or what anyone would really want, I think. Hey! Where you at? They use inkwells. They use inkwells and white chocolate Swiss cake rolls. He's gone. What? Do it again. I can only sometimes pick stuff up, it's weird. Ah, take me with you. Magic wall. Oh, it's so weird.
I told you everything. There's no reason for you to keep me here. Let me go!
Dr. Johansen?
I am an archaeologist. You can't hold me here like this. I am a hostage. I do not need protection. Bring me back to my hotel at once.
Was your argument that archaeologists specifically can't be held hostage in a way that is unusual for people? I'm here to help you, Dr. Johansen.
Why are they doing this? What is this nonsense with the guns and the crosses and the talk of vampires? Why do they insist on keeping me here? Who are these people?
They're gone now. I can let you go, just please answer my questions.
Yeah, okay. Anything, just get me out of these caverns and away from these crazies. I think I'm starting to get pneumonia.
Tell me what you know about the Ankaran sarcophagus.
The sarcophagus? You went through all that trouble for the sarcophagus? Yeah, I'll tell you. But don't you think it would be better to get out of here before those men come back?
I dealt with them. They won't give us any problems.
I guess if you can get all the way here, you deserve the answers. But can I make one request first? After I answer your questions, you help me escape.
Sure.
All right. Where should I begin?
What can you tell me about the sarcophagus?
Let's start with the history of the Ankaran sarcophagus. That is a long and interesting legend, lost and found throughout the ages. Tell me, are you familiar with the Assyrians?
No.
Well, the Assyrians lived in Mesopotamia, a region between the Tigris and Euphrates rivers. Most of this territory is now modern-day Iraq, Iran, Turkey, and Syria.
Go on.
They were warmongers, conquerors, a people driven to expand by their kings. Even before the Romans, they migrated their conquered people to the territories to stem revolt, but I'm afraid I'm getting off the subject. Well, the markings on the sarcophagus seem to hint that it is from some time between 1050 and 800 BC, which was a period of fierce expansion by the Assyrians. Oddly, for those years, only one king shows up on the historical record. While most likely he wiped all evidence of his predecessor's existence or passed the name to his heirs, one monarch, Mesarach, the one-eyed king, is given credit for the territory and achievements of this time. But he would have had to have been over 250 years old, like Dracula or something.
So?
I find it hard to believe a sarcophagus with a person as important as Masquerade could remain in, pristine or intact condition for so many years, but this is who is believed to be contained within.
Are you sure?
An educated guess. Maybe you have not heard. It was stolen from the museum before we had a chance to open it. Usually, we use equipment to carbon date, X-ray, and take air samples before we pry open the lid.
You compared him to a vampire. Any reason?
You know, it is interesting that you ask me that. The goddess on the outside of the sarcophagus was Lamastu. In Assyrian myth, Lamastu was an evil demoness who preyed on humans. Many people cite her as the mother of vampire myth, and the engravings on and found around the sarcophagus portray a regal figure drinking the blood of his enemies. Now, this image is found in many cultures, specifically among those of royal lineage, but there is a quite scientific explanation. A disorder known as porphyria. In short, it is caused by a deficiency of the iron in the blood, and in many cultures, for the nobility that could conceivably get away with the cure, the treatment was to drink human blood.
So Masquerade drank human blood.
Perhaps. Drinking the blood of your enemies is, if nothing else, symbolic. It can inspire fear in your foes and dissidents. Don't misunderstand me. I in no way believe it was a vampire. Vampires. That's what caused this whole mess. These maniacs believe they exist.
How did you find the Ingvar sarcophagus?
That is, you see, in archaeology, one can spend years looking for a dig site, following local rumors, studying old maps. It's a complicated process, very boring.
I'm interested. Please go on.
Finding and organizing a dig is the least interesting part of an archaeologist's job. Trust me, you don't want to hear about it.
Do you really believe Masquerade is inside the sarcophagus?
That I can't be sure of, nor can anyone. But I promise you it is more likely to be filled with, gummy bears than vampires. Perhaps maybe a mummy, but not likely the kind to go about chasing Abbott and Costello.
I grew up watching those movies. What else do you know about vampires?
Not much, really. I'm an archaeologist, not a mythologist. But I do know that Lamashtu, the Assyrian demoness, was thought to have been the inspiration for Lilith, the first wife of Adam in the Jewish Old Testament, another source of the vampire myth.
So how does the sarcophagus open?
Ah, quite interesting. There is a surprisingly complex mechanical lock on the face of the sarcophagus. By sheer luck, we were able to find the key not far from the sarcophagus. Why no one ever found it and robbed it? It's perplexing.
A key, of course. Do you have it?
How strange you would ask. I haven't seen the key since it was loaded onto the Elizabeth Dane in Turkey. It was stolen before the sarcophagus even. I am still hopeful that the police find both pieces before the contents can be disturbed.
Do you have a copy of the key?
No, it's not the kind of key you can copy at the hardware store. It's actually very sophisticated, and I meant to study it at the museum. I've answered all your questions. Do you think now you could please get me out of here? I don't care who you are or why you've had so many questions about the sarcophagus. I just want to leave this place.
Start screaming, maybe someone will find you. Alright, I'll free you. There's a boat nearby, we can escape on it.
Thank you, my friend. I don't know where you came from, but I will never forget this kindness.
No problem. Humanity gained. I've been a little low on that lately from the accidental murders I've been doing. Oh shit, I need blood. Sure hope I don't lose my mind or something midway through trying to free this guy.
Your time of judgment is here.
Can I drink him? I want to drink him. Feeding attempt failed. Okay. Time to go. We're gonna die. But I know where to go. So I guess that's cool. Maybe quick save real quick, even though it kind of brings this entire thing to a screeching halt, just because this could go bad fast. I'm all out of blood. Hip. Go. That also brings it to a halt, the loading screen. Someone gonna attack me? Alright, this is the cave. I'm hearing the sound of boxes breaking. I was wondering about that thing. I thought it might have been a shortcut back out if you needed to backtrack, although I don't think you can really go into previous missions or back to the hub world when you're in the middle of a mission in this game. That's a lot of screen shake. It is intense. Boop. Hey! Double humanity gained. One for saying I'd rescue him, and the other for actually rescuing him. I wonder why it's a check like it was going to be hard. Maybe he could have died if there was more guys around. If I had not purged the land. What the fuck? What the fuck? Hey dude, have you noticed that you're in the middle of a debris field?
Going somewhere?
Are you going somewhere? What the fuck? The debris plus the cops, I'm like, yeah, that makes sense. Specifically, this guy's just like hanging out in the middle of it, and we're just, and he can still take me places. Like, we're just not acknowledging that part, I guess. Huh. Well, before I get back to there, I need to find myself a less fortunate person to drain. Because I am in bad shape. Some of these areas are crowded. If somebody could politely go relieve themselves in this corner, as you are wont to do in this game. No. It's you, the one who will probably make me throw up. And that'd be bad. The bums in this district are dangerous. They've seen things. You are just unlucky enough to be in a very unfortunate alley. Yes, and he's healthy. Look how healthy he is. Wow, he would... Okay, his meter took a long time to drain, so I thought we were doing good, but I made, like, no progress on my blood meter. Damn. Yes. Thank you, sir. Man, people feel so safe in these alleys for some reason. Seems like there's a few reasons to be concerned. There's vampires about. Also, it's a dark alley. Have you heard of any trope before? Oh, look how slow it goes down. Yes! Oh, you had the slowest meter of them all. Alright, I'm ready. I'm feeling much better these days. And the police sirens, or specifically their lights, are nice enough to light the way back home, so I can quickly find my way back. Very considerate. Very cool. Alright, we never met with a mall cop last time, because I teleported straight from a previous quest into the top of the tower in a different region. I think he's dead. Dude. LaCroix has been attacked, which is kind of a win for me. Because he kind of sucks. None of these are the mall cop, though. It's a bunch of randoms. Or did the cops attack? Did the cops come after LaCroix? I imagine these guys got taken out by a werewolf, but only because these elevators remind me of the movie... What's it called? Cabin in the Woods. Oh, look, you can see the outline of the square around the translucent handprint of the blood. Hi. You guys have news for me?
You can always count on the Sabbat to do the wrong thing for the right reasons. They're reckless, but they don't normally try to attract this much attention. This carelessness warrants observation. I hope it doesn't become pandemic.
The Sabbat? What? I suppose I should have talked to the prince first. Back in a minute. The game just unsubtly is like, dude, talk to the other guy first. Oh, the last time they didn't even let me talk to him first. So that's their fault for programming it.
With whom do they think they're dealing? Attack me in my own building! They're desperate. They've shown their weakness. A last-ditch attempt to steal the prize.
Who did this?
The Sabbat. A pack of shovelheads with cheap pistols was all they could muster. Two got a few stories up, but I took care of them. And my sheriff brought the rest their final death in the lobby. Sabbat animals.
They must have been shovelheads. They only got a few stories up in a building with an elevator? The Sabbat attacked. Why?
Why else? The motive of every kindred in the entire city these last few nights. The Ankaran sarcophagus. They've been misled into thinking the sarcophagus holds a sleeping ancient. Their most coveted feasts. Diablerists.
They drink the blood of other vampires.
The Sabbat's infamy is in no small part due to their practice of diablerie. That is, drinking the blood of other kindred. Especially older ones. Until they are dead. Diablerists gain the power of those they've fed upon. And the Camarilla, this is an act punishable by death. For the moment, we've manipulated the press into reporting tonight's events as a terrorist attack. Their soldiers may be no danger to me, but their threat to the Masquerade is abundant. As my best agent, I'm sure you can guess my course of action.
You say it's punishable by death, but my first instinct is to think that this guy wants to devour the ancients that's inside that sarcophagus to gain his power. That's the first thing that comes to mind. You want me to take that on the Sabbat by myself? Have your gorilla do it.
He has to remain here in case of further attack, and also to guard the sarcophagus. For this emergency, I need someone with your nerve to guarantee success. The Sabbat have been a threat to both of us for far too long.
As far as I'm aware, I've been a vampire for like 3 days or something, so I don't know, it's been far too long. Do you have any other people in this organization? Like, I get that I'm the protagonist of an RPG and all that, I just feel like I would see more people doing stuff sometimes. It feels like I'm your only agent instead of your best one. Fine. Where are they?
The Sabbat have made their haven at the Hallibrook Hotel. Right under our noses here in downtown. Kill their leader. The rest will scamper out of the city. This is the last time they ever set foot in Los Angeles. Before you go, Beckett told me you went to the Society of Leopold. Did you find out how my sarcophagus is opened?
Yes, I did.
What? What did you find out?
The missing crate from the Dane. It's a key to the sarcophagus.
A key? Where? Do you have it?
No. That's all I know. But I have other good news. Bach is dead.
Not only did you infiltrate the Society of Leopold, but you managed to kill their greatest hunter. You certainly are developing a legend for yourself. Superb. A toast to you, and to victory over the Sabbat. And to Bach. May all his progeny meet such fates.
I did you a favor wiping out Bach. Don't you think that's worth something?
Here. Pity you don't have his head. I would have sent it to the Inquisitor General.
Yeah. The Sabbat are next.
The Sabbat must be wiped out before dawn. Then, when you come back, we'll begin the hunt for the key.
Okay. Brand new vampire came completely out of nowhere. He was going to execute him, and now I am just single-handedly wiping out the entire enemy faction. Like, just like the Anarchs, I would expect, even if they're not completely equal, I would expect the Sabbat to be of somewhat comparable power to the Camarilla in some way. I guess it is just the local chapter. But, like, the idea that one person's just going to go in and tear shit up seems like a hell of an ask.